All right, the question wasn't even that bad. I'll mute it just in case this is going in a video. Hey, John, or yo, John. Yo, I don't know if FLuuMP would say yo. FLuuMP doesn't strike me as a yo guy. What's the best way to get better at Rocket League? Watch my videos, all of them. Seriously, throw them in a playlist. Watch every single one of my videos, and you have just watched what not to do in Rocket League. That's how you get better. Easy as that.
What's the best way to improve at Rocket League?
Okay. I would say, you know, playing ones, because two things. First of all, everything you do bad, even if it's like a small mistake, it should get punished in ones, which means, you know, yes, it's frustrating because, yeah, we're all cucks and we all want to win. But, you know, if something can point out your mistakes and it can punish you harshly for that, then that's great, because you can try and fix your mistakes, because your mistakes are clearly and easily visible, right? And the second reason as to why ones would be good for you is because you have to do everything in ones, which means, you know, you get the most experience per game out of the game, you know. You have to do offense, you have to do fake challenging, you have to do real challenges, you have to, you know, do defense. It forces you to do everything, and, you know, gives you that experience, bro. And then other than that, you know, I would just say mechanics is just, if you want to get better at mechanics, you just have to do mechanics a lot, which would mean just free play or custom training. Again, you want to go for efficiency, so if you can train a mechanic more often, or, you know, faster in a shorter period of time than in custom training, then do custom training. If you can do it more often in free play, then do it in free play. It's just about, you know, what you can do, where you can do the mechanic the most in the shortest amount of time, basically. That's kind of it.
At the end of the day, guys, awareness. If you're a solo queue player and your awareness is dog shit, that's how bad you're gonna be. If you guys aren't constantly looking at the field, looking at the players first, then looking at the ball, you guys are bad players. You're never gonna be a good player. You have to have good awareness. If you don't have good awareness, I mean, you guys think I'm joking. If you have bad awareness, that's how you make good decisions. That's how you get consistent. That's how you keep good possession. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
Best way to improve at Rocket League? Play 1v1s, sir. A lot of people say watch replays, but it's honestly, it's all personal preference. Because for my whole career, I have not watched a replay until, like, I've never watched a personal replay. I've only watched team replays, I guess. But everyone has their own way of improving. But I'd say 1v1s is like top way at the moment.
Bro, like, there's no secret formula to getting good in Rocket League, bro. You just play a lot and you automatically get good. That's it. Ah! I clearly haven't played enough.
What's the best way to improve at Rocket League? Can I answer that with a clip? I'm gonna answer that with a clip. Give me a second.
You wanna get good in the game? Play the f***ing game. Play the f***ing game.
There you go. That's how I get better in this game. But more on a serious note, what you want to do is you gotta be honest with you. You want to be like, okay, do I want to play on a higher rank, or do I want to be actual competitive? Do I want to be an esports person? If you're gonna play at a higher rank, just play. If you want to be competitive, you gotta min-max the shit out of it. So you gotta look at what's the hitbox, where does it make sense, where does the hitbox start on a car visually, what key bindings do I need to change, what's the most efficient way for me to get better, and how do I avoid bad muscle memory? How can I constantly be in a upwards learning curve and not plateau? Who do I listen to? What do I pick up? Who do I don't listen to? Should I team up? Should I not team up? There's like a million things to go on, but one of the most important things you do need to do when you are trying to get better at anything, doesn't only apply to Rocket League, is be very self-critical, but don't be self-condescending. Do not be self-condescending. And also, welcome. Hello.
FLuuMP, wait a minute. FLuuMP went around asking people what the best way to improve at Rocket League was. Is this somebody memeing as FLuuMP to go around and ask people what the best way to improve at Rocket League is? But we'll still answer though. The best way to improve at Rocket League would be, if I had to give my actual personal opinion as a Champ 2 weeb, would be honestly the best way to get better is to play the game. Your game sense and your rotation are going to get better the more that you play this game, an actual game. You can work, I think that mechanics are one of the most important things. I think that they're better than actually rotations, and they are better than game sense in my opinion, because when you get higher ranked, not being able to mechanically get yourself out of a situation or into a situation is something that can really destroy you. But at the beginning, or if you're new or you're not that far into it, I think experience is going to be your #1 thing.
Yo, what's the best way to improve at Rocket League? simply, I'd say like isolate individual like aspects of the game, whether that be like mechanics or, you know, your positioning or your rotations or something like that. Like you want to like isolate like things one at a time and then hard focus them, get good at them one at a time, because it makes it a lot easier to learn one single thing than multiple things. So yeah, and then just keep doing that until you basically learn everything. And then it's about being consistent and just focusing on decision making, game sense, you know, in my opinion. It's kind of how you get good at anything in life, you know? You gotta like isolate little areas of it, the game or whatever it is you're trying to get better at. Because if you look at the big picture, then it's makes things a lot harder to see like where to improve and stuff.
What's the best way to get better at Rocket League?
What's the best way to get better at Rocket League? Play ones. Is that actually FLuuMP? The best way to get better at Rocket League is to play ones, in my humble opinion. I do live with a top 100 1v1 player, so I'm a little bit biased. Outside of that is to practice every single day, regularly. Play less ranked. Genuinely, play less ranked. People play too much ranked and they just expect to get better, and then they get mad that they're de-ranking constantly. Play less ranked, spend hours in free play, do the training. If you're on console and you don't have PC, just do all of the training packs. They are very useful. If you are on PC, do the training packs and workshop maps. If there's something you're struggling to learn, look up the YouTube videos and learn them there. Hi Coach, hi Soper. Honestly, it's just spend more time practicing. People think they can just outplay themselves and get better quicker. I mean, you can eventually outplay yourself by just playing ranked over and over and over again, but it's gonna be long, it's gonna be angering, and it's gonna be exhausting.
Hey, what do you think is the best way to improve at Rocket League?
Play 1v1s. Play 1v1s. Just go and play some 1v1s. The reason why I think that, I'm writing an essay, guys. It has the Y, so I gotta put the Y. No, I'm just kidding. But the reason why I think that is because it's all you. There's nobody else. You gotta be exposed to all your mistakes all the time, so you know exactly what you need to work on and stuff. So yeah, that's how I ranked up. That's how I got into champ. I just did it.
The best way to improve at Rocket League is just to have a good mentality, my man. If you ain't having fun, you gotta take a break, hit the showers. That's what I always say. But if you can tolerate it, ones is like the best way, because then you can. I think ones will expose all your mistakes so that they're very clear and you can work on them easier. Not saying that ones is the only way to improvement, but you'll see how to improve after playing ones. I would say anyway.
What's up, FLuuMP? Mr. FLuuMP. How you doing? Yo, Leaf, what's the best way to improve at Rocket League? So the best way to improve at Rocket League is to just not play Rocket League. Your mental stability will increase. You'll enjoy everything again. And all of a sudden, you'll have a lot more friends. You'll win the lottery. So, yeah. I don't know if you want an actual serious answer. Do you want an actual answer? Because it depends on where people are. That's game one. It depends where people are in their journey of learning. It depends where people are in their journey. If someone's just starting, the best way to improve is literally just play. If someone is have a diamond champ area, a lot of times the best thing to do is to watch pro play. I think that's a very important thing. Watch their little movements, understand the small things they do and the decisions. What I actually used to do is I would hold the controller in my hand while I'm watching the pros play, and I would pretend I'm playing their car, and then I would note in my mind any difference in decision making that was made. Okay, this ball's here, I'm gonna go for it. Whoa, no, they turned away, why? And I would try to figure out, okay, this teammate was going instead, and I would put myself literally in their shoes and note the differences on the decision making, and that helped a lot to understand. And then I would ask, why was that decision made? And all of a sudden I was a lot better at making those decisions. So decision making is a very important skill. Obviously mechanics and stuff, but anybody can practice that stuff. And watching pro play is I think a very important step for people at that rank. But if you're just starting out, it's literally just play. Be aware of the decisions you're making though. Once you're better and you understand the game, just be aware, be more patient, be aware. So I don't know if you needed that answer for something, but that would be my actual answer. Use either one. You can use the other one too.
What's the best way to improve at Rocket League?
What's the best way to improve at Rocket League?
I hear you. The best way to improve at Rocket League is to get a warm-up routine. Let me say this in full screen. Warm-up routine, custom training, workshop maps, 1v1s.
What do you think is the best way to improve fast at Rocket League?
I appreciate the tip. Honestly, like I always say this, my favorite tip to give to any rank, just broad advice, you know, general advice, watch your replays. Because then when you're playing your matches, you're then focusing on things that you actually know you need to fix. Like, yeah, I mean, I definitely say like watching replays is my biggest, like the thing that I made my biggest improvements from Champ 3 to GC. I say that, but I mean, awkward, was definitely watching my replays. Because like I would think that I'm playing well, but like I would think that I'm playing well and I'd be like mad at my teammates for shit. And then I would actually sit down and watch my replay and I'm like, oh, wow, I challenged that right in front of him. Or, oh, I should have passed that, or I shouldn't have challenged that. Like it's always eye-opening when I watch my replays to see like how off I am from what I think I'm doing. Like what challenges I'm making, what rotations I'm making. That always was like a big factor for improvement for me.
Is that even FLuuMP? It's probably not even FLuuMP. It's probably some rando trying to act like him. You think we're stupid? I'll answer it though. Best way to improve is probably just, personally I think it's when you first get going is ones, because ones teach you like every aspect. Ones teach you how to get like a good offensive game when to challenge. And then I would probably say just play ranked and then 6-mans. That's what I'd say. But thanks for the $5. I really appreciate that. But I think ones. I've always said I thought ones is the best way to improve.
This is for YouTube video, isn't it? All right. Honestly, you can just like sell your soul to playing ones, because you just have the most time on the ball that way. Gets your mechanics up faster. But then after that, at some point, you're gonna need to learn how to play with teammates. So after like a good amount of ones, you just like completely throw it away and then just play 2s and 3s, and then a lot of training and training packs. But obviously one thing, it's probably ones.
Yo, what's the best way to get better at Rocket League?
Yo, is that FLuuMP? I mean FLuuMP? I always say FLuuMP for some reason. I can't help it. The best way to get better at Rocket League. Get me as coach on Gamers Ready. There you go. Anyway, another great way to rank up is gonna be FLuuMP's can't say his name right. Beginner course. So yeah, a little shout out there.